This is Craps, a popular casino table game believed to have its roots in a medieval dice-based game called Hazard. Now, we won't get too far into the history of it because it's a bit convoluted, but for today we're going to look at a modern iteration of Craps provided by Proshine. They sent me this at-home set for review, and I gotta say, I'm very impressed. Now, if you're not familiar with the game of Craps, I'm not doing a whole tutorial as this is a review, but let's look at a few of the basics so you can get an idea of what all this means. Now, similar to the game of roulette, I advise to newer players that if you're approaching the Craps table, you start by working your way from the outside in. These bigger areas here, like the pass line, the don't pass bar, the field, and the come, are going to be your lower stakes bets that are more accessible to newer players. When you get more comfortable with how the game plays, you can start making higher stakes bets by betting in the middle of the board here, and these include things like hard ways or the horn bets. Now, let's have a quick look at how a game might play. First off, as a new player, let's say you place your bet on the pass line. Now, the first roll of the game is called the come out. The croupier will have this indicator on off, so players know that it is the come out and the game has not begun. If you're betting on the pass line, you want to roll a 7 or 11 to win. If you get a 2, 3, or 12, you'll lose. If you get any other number, that becomes your point. Let's have a look. All right, so I rolled an 8. Now, the croupier will place the indicator on 8, and the game is on. 8 is now the shooter. If you're rolling, you're the shooter. 8 is your point. So what you want to do is roll another 8 to win your pass line bet. If you don't roll another 8 and you roll a 7 or 11 first, you lose. Any other numbers that you roll in that time are going to be getting bet on by you and other players. So while you're shooting to hit your point, you can place other bets like hard ways, or you can play the field, and so can other players. And that's part of the fun, is as the game drags on, the intensity ratchets up. And it's not so much a player versus player experience as sort of a group effort playing the odds. It's not even really teaming up against the house, as it's all betting on the outcome of your throws. You can make a lot of money on somebody else's rolls, so people will be rooting for you and it builds excitement. Likewise, you'll be rooting for other people who are having a hot night as well. So again, it's just sort of an atmospheric thing with the game of Craps that I really admire. So let's look at this set that I was sent by Proshine and see what all of the excitement is about. First off, this mat is huge. I actually had to put extensions on the table. This is 70 inches by 30 inches. So this is, this has plenty of space for you to make your bets and shoot your dice. It's a thick rubberized grip material on the bottom, similar to other game mats or mouse pads that you might have used. It's a little less than a 1/4 inch thick, has this nice synthetic printed fabric top. It's stain resistant, very resilient. My only complaint about the print at all, everything's very sharp, but I wish that the red text on this table was a little bit brighter. Minor criticism, and I've seen it printed this way on other sets, so it's not unique to Proshine, but a little extra premium touch would go a long way. Now this backer, this is really nice. You got this pyramid pattern here to help make your rolls harder to control if somebody's trying to balance the dice and throw them out. This adds a really nice atmospheric touch to the game. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy this. I didn't realize how popular these backers were until I received the set and I looked online to compare it to other ones, and I saw exactly how many people go out and buy these. Even without these sets, these backers are popular just for shooting street dice as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. One thing I would have liked to see is a little bit nicer finish. It's a molded piece of heavy rubber. I mean, this weighs about 5 pounds, maybe 2 kilograms. It's weighted on one side with a nice ledge, so all you do is set it up on end and give it a bit of a curve like you see here, and it'll balance quite nicely. I would have liked to have seen some of these edges here where it was pulled out of the mold cleaned up a bit. I'll certainly be able to do it at home with very little trouble. A small razor blade, and I can just do one pass on this probably, and it'll look a whole lot better. But little criticism, that's a bit of fit and finish I would have liked to have seen. Now on to some of the other parts here. I'm not sure what the proper name for this is, but I'm absolutely delighted that it's included because I did not think that I would need the retrieval stick for an at-home set. But yes, as soon as you get a couple people around this table, it becomes a real pain, and you don't want everybody grabbing the dice and handing them off. You want your croupier to be able to reach out and grab them. In addition, the dice tray is really nice. This matches that nice wood base that came on the Proshine roulette wheel that I reviewed not long ago. Very nice finish color, great hardwood, has a good weight to it, has a real premium feel. And speaking of premium feel, the stars of the show, the pack of dice I got with this are so nice. I have a weakness for clear red D6s. I just do. That's probably my favorite type of die. But these are super sharp on the corners, super sharp on the edges. The clarity is phenomenal. The pips are really nice and clear and absolutely flush. I mean, when I hold this up to the light, this is just like an absolute perfect cube. They sound great when they hit the mat. They have just a wonderful weight when you throw them. The tactile pleasures of a game like this cannot be overstated. This is so important to have things like a really nice dice tray, a really nice set of die. For the croupier, you have this wonderful indicator that has dual rubber bumpers on the side. Say that 3 times fast. Makes it super easy to pick up and flip and handle and move this around the table. Such a small creature comfort goes such a long way in making this feel nice. I got another set of chips similar to what I received with the roulette set that I reviewed, and I will say there's a marked improvement in quality from when I received the roulette set to these. These are definitely the same type of chips, same type of plastic, same weight, same cut, which very adequate for what they are. I've seen fancier chips, but to come with a set like this, they are far from the cheapest I've seen, and the improvements that I'm noting are the print quality. They're nice, sharp, crisp, easy to read, but the last set that I got seemed to have like a dusting of overspray or something from the print process. These seem entirely devoid of that. I was flipping through them, I was playing with them, I was paying close attention. Anything that looked cloudy at all really was just from the plastics molding process and not at all from the actual paint from what I could approximate. So again, nice improvement from my last review of a Proshine product. So overall, really great mat here. And I almost lost my segue here because I don't want to forget this. This was something that I thought was really nice. When I got the roulette wheel, I just kept it in the box that it came in, which wasn't branded or anything. It's just a regular craft paper cardboard box. They provided this really nice bag here for you to roll up the mat, and it comes with a shoulder strap, so you get that extra portability. So if you want to pack it all up and become a traveling croupier, set out on finding your fortune, by all means, go for it. No, I am not going back in there until he apologizes. I don't want to be a baccarat dealer, okay? I want to be a croupier. I was happier in Atlantic City with my friends. I know you were thinking it was like an uncomfortably specific thing for me to mention doing. Yeah. So definitely nice that they sent this little sling bag. I thought that was great. Overall, wonderful product. I'm very impressed. I always enjoy reviewing products from Proshine. They've done an excellent job of sending me some unexpected gems. I really didn't expect to get so excited about the Max 6 automatic card shuffler dealer, and I thought that was a blast. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of craps. My dad was a big fan, and that's why I wanted to get this set, was I wanted to have a look and play some craps with the old man. But I gotta say, once I got this out, once I got more familiar with the rules and played around with it with some friends, this is exciting. This is a lot of fun, and I definitely look forward to dragging this out on game night a little bit more frequently. It's a nice change up from just playing poker or blackjack all the time. So if you're interested in picking up your own craps set, I'll have a link in the description for you. Support Proshine. They do a great job sending me out some wonderful games to review. So thank you again, Proshine. I really appreciate it. And thank you to everybody watching. I appreciate you joining me, and I'll see you next time.